Mm. Oh. Yeah. So it's all right. Uh, da, 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 da. Got the beers. Cheers. All right. Some viewers said after a video where I wrote a song that they're having trouble with guitar. Now, my mom's cousin, uh, Stranger Things, Mike Wheeler, he went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, so he's a jazz guitarist. I didn't take lessons to him, even though he's a relative. I think I asked him one time, and this isn't a diss, but I was like, I don't know, 19, and I gave him an email. I said, "Hey, could you teach me some guitar?" It wasn't that I was not open to paying for lessons. I had a job, so I would have been open to pay for lessons. He didn't respond, so I was just like, eh. But I guess he doesn't want another Wheeler taking a crack at music because maybe he felt threatened by that. You know, I hate to say it, but there is in family rivalry. You know, and so if you train a Wheeler in music, you have no idea what's going to happen. And somebody in our family, so maybe he didn't want to train me. So he was like Luke Skywalker with Kylo Ren. He didn't want to train me, and so that could happen too. Yep. Now, when I was young, if I'm interested in music, I'm like, oh, my uncle's a musician or he's a successful musician. I have this idea in my head. I'm like, oh, he automatically must want to help me out because he's my blood. He's my name. He's my relative, right? Wrong. So, like, the hardest life lesson is that we're on our own. Yeah, I know that's rough. I know. We think we have family that's going to help us out. Yeah, but like so many YouTube, so many videos that tell the truth about life is that you know what we're on our fucking own. We always were, and so we're not going to get anything done. We're not going to succeed in our dreams in our life, whether it's music or writing or sports, unless we do it our fucking selves. Because our uncle usually isn't going to help us. Our cousin isn't going to help us. Our brother or sister isn't going to help us. Sometimes, a lot of times, our mother and father, or our grandpa, grandma, and our aunt and uncle, they're not going to help us achieve our dreams. You know, so the first thing about trying to have like dreams and goals and aspirations is to realize that it's you have to not rely on other people to achieve your dreams. You got to do it. That's the first lesson. It's a hard lesson. It's a rough lesson. But it's a lesson that everybody that sets out to accomplish anything must know first that you're on your own. Even if you're a trust fund baby, all right. So yeah, that's the hard lesson first. Okay. So we got that. We got the hard lesson of humanity out of the way. Is that other humans most of the time don't really want other humans to succeed. That's just human nature. Now, I'm not like an ordinary human because I want other people to succeed. A lot of people, they got a lot of jealousy, they got a lot of envy, they got a lot of darkness in their hearts. And so I know that's one of the roughest things that you have to deal with. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not everybody's a sweetheart out there in the real world. So if we're going to get up to real world level, we got to understand this. sometimes Skywalker doesn't train a Skywalker because they know that they might become Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker, right? That's why they don't train Skywalkers. That's why some people that are wheelers don't teach creative arts to wheelers, because they know we'll be really fucking great at it. That's why. So, that's just the way it is. I don't hold a grudge. Yeah, I don't hold a fucking grudge, but I do forgive. But hey, as a photographic memory eidetic savant, I never forget until I'm dead. So I always forgive because I'm such a sweetheart, but I never forget. So anybody that's ever done me any kind of slight or any kind of wrong, I always forgive because that's in the heart of Jesus, but I never forget. So now everybody talks about the Joaquin Phoenix movie, The Joker, which there's a lot of themes and issues, a lot of fantastic issues in that movie about male loneliness, male anger, male isolation, mental health problems with males, incelism, labelessness, all this malaise, rage, psychopathic violence. I mean, that's one of Joaquin Phoenix's swan songs. I mean, that's the Joker's. Joker is such an amazing film, has so many themes in it. But I think maybe a brilliant performance is Joaquin Phoenix's Walk the Line, where he plays Johnny Cash coming up. And I always like the scene where he goes back and he sees his father. And he's famous and he's made it, and his father is sitting there, and they're supposed to have a cordial meal because that's his father. But he's like, Dad, you didn't help me do fucking shit. I did all this. And he seems really bitter that his father didn't help him out. And he lays into his father, which is played by, Robert Patrick from the Terminator 2 franchise. I always remember I love that scene, not because he's, dissing the patriarchy or whatever. I like that he lays in his father about how he didn't help him to achieve his life and how pissed that Johnny Cash was. I like that scene where he lays into his father, though. It's such a brilliant scene because it's so realistic. Because you can feel that raw emotion, how much he hates his father. So if you want to watch a good biopic about Johnny Cash, I think Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. I think that's a pretty great movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I mean, my stepfather was cold and emotionless, like he didn't give a shit too. So I could identify with that scene where he's just angry at his father for not caring enough, and I could feel that myself, the anger, about that. So. Now, I'm not saying people should be mind readers and know exactly what everybody's going through. Nobody's God, but I'm saying just a little bit of empathy and caring, about other people. That might be nice from fucking time to time. That's all I'm saying. It's not much to ask, really. just a little bit of empathy with a little bit of sympathy with another human being. That might be nice from fucking time to time. I don't know. Maybe that's too much fucking. That's too difficult for most fucking people. But it might be nice. You know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Does anybody know what I'm doing? Just a little bit. Setting up the segue. The segue. I could just do it, or I could tell you. I could foreshadow. There's just a little bit. Could you just have a little bit? So you want to learn the guitar? All right. What's the first thing? You have to get a guitar chair. No, you have to. If you're sitting down, you have to keep your back straight. You have to stand up straighter. Okay, so that's it. Um, you can get whatever kind of guitar you want, but you gotta have good. You gotta have okay posture. If you're sitting down, if you're standing up, you can do all kinds of poses. You can dance around. You can do whatever. But if you're sitting down, you have to make sure you're not hurting your back. So that's basic guitar. Yeah, you can take that with what you will, but you probably want to get into the mechanics or the instrumentation of the guitar instrument here. All right. Some people said they had problems with chords. Yeah, it looks like so complicated. Yeah, I was at the Moby show 26 years ago, Richard Melville Hall. They said, look at this guitar. It has so many notes. What do you say, 80 notes or 180 notes? How many notes does the guitar have? Let's see what he said. Standard guitar? Oh, okay. 12 unique musical notes, 7 natural notes, and 5 sharp flats. 20 fret guitar has about 126 total playable positions. 126 playable positions. Oh, nice. How many positions are in the Kama Sutra? I just want to know about 69 and butt fucking. So I'm a simple man. 69 and butt fucking. I just want to just skip the chapters, the other stuff. I'm just heavy petting or whatever. I want to get to just butt fuck 69. So that's what we want to get to, guys. So it's the Kama Sutra. We can get to the good stuff. Skip the bullshit. No, I've never read the Kama Sutra. I'm playing. They'll have Booty Humper's Guide. I guess they'll have that one. That's clever to call your. You don't call your sexual guide. You don't call it like something nasty like pornography. You call it Kama Sutra. So it kind of sounds spiritual or mystic. That's clever. That's clever. You make your sex guides sound mystical. I'm saying those Indians. It's clever. Hinduism. That's clever, guys. All right. Clever. That's no wise right there. Oh, what's the 2020's word for being wise? Based. That's called based. It's based. It's based. How do I feel about based? It's not bad. That's based. That's based. I guess Al Qaeda, the terrorist network, was called the base. Al Qaeda, Al Qaeda. Well, I guess people say it's based. All your bases are us. Interesting. The base. Al Qaeda. That's based. That's yeah. How do I feel about that expression? I kind of like it. Maybe I shouldn't like it, but I do. That's based. That's excellent. Yeah, that's wonderful. I like that. That's based. But instantly, if somebody says that's based, I know what they're talking about. They mean it's when they're saying something's based, they mean that it's not only true, that's not only genius, but it's also innovative. It's based. Like that's telling the truth on a really profound level that's real. What they're saying was something's based. That what they're trying to say is that's real. Like that's they're telling the truth. There's no There's no spin. There's no bullshit. It's just direct truth. Yeah, that's what. So based is code word for truth, and I kind of like that. That's the term that was chosen for a surreal, real truth or a definitive truth. Slang in the 2020s or internet slang. You like that one? Do 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 do. Maybe you like do 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 do. Ba ba boo ba boo bee boo do do. Maybe people don't like that, or maybe they do. It depends. It's whatever you want. So the guitar is like whatever you want it to be. It's like a canvas. So if you got a canvas, right? You got a blank canvas. Somebody gives you a brush. You got all these colors and the oil. You got to dip the. Okay, so the painting can be whatever you want it to be. Music is the same thing in a way, but there are rules. They're not very much. Kind of like physics. Like the speed of light is 186 meters per second, or whatever, m over s. So there are rules like physics, not many though. And who says that there's rules in physics anyway? Who decided that these are the rules and you can't break them? You can't defy them. So the very nature of science and art is that you can break science and art. That's the very nature of art. That's the very nature of human nature. That's the very nature of the universe, is that there's supposed rules, but they're broken all the time. It's just that not every being knows how to break all the rules to make that happen. Maybe there are impossible limitations. There's not many actually in this universe or any other. Now, there's people that understood this concept well. David Bowie, Oliver Tree, great artists like that realized that there wasn't any rules, so they just didn't care about rules anymore. They just made up whatever kind of creative thing that they felt like, and whatever interested them to explore. So that's the nature of the artist. Oliver Tree is breaking form. Uh, or Nirvana, or whoever has been historically famous for breaking form. Elvis, Marilyn Manson, Nirvana, Oliver Tree, whoever you want to insert in there, Smashing Pumpkins, whoever it is. 9 Inch Nails, Tool. Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, whatever you want to, whatever band you want to insert in there. Jesus and Mary Chain, My Bloody Valentine. You go on and on, right? Black Sabbath, breaking form. They're not conforming. They know there's rules, but they don't conform to those rules. There's a form, but there's no rules. It's like Outback Steakhouse. There's no rules, just right. So how do you get your spirit into the machine? Or the Police, their album, The Ghost in the Machine. How do you get your soul into the machine? Or the soul into the tool? How does the craftsman get his soul into the hammer? How does Thor get into Mjolnir? And so that's a very deep question. How? How does the man become the tool? Or the tool become an expression of the man? Now, Mac Neil Wheeler Sr., he got on country radio. That's my great great grandfather. And so that's Mac Neil Wheeler Sr., probably fought World War II against the Nazis. So he was a country guy. And I don't hate country music. I don't listen to it all the time. Um, in any kind of genre, whether it's classical, electronic, rap, hip hop, country, rock and roll, pop, you have to appreciate a good song. So even if you hate Taylor Swift, if she writes a banger song, you got to respect that. So even if you don't like country music, you've got to respect that Sammy Kershaw wrote Queen of My Double Wide Trailer. So even if you don't like rap, you got to appreciate Tupac. You have to. If you don't like rock and roll, you've got to appreciate the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or David Bowie. So it's like if you're really a musician, you really have to expand your horizons about the different styles. If you love reggae, you have to appreciate Bob Marley. If you really love music, then you have to appreciate what Bob Marley did for reggae and the different styles. So you really have to um, forget all this generalization of genres. It's just kind of categor- categorization. It's kind of boring. It's like people are like, oh, this guy is this and that's all it is. Is people want to define people and they want to define ideas and they want concrete explanations for everything and everybody wants an endpoint for everything and that's very boring. But in music, there's a diversity of people. There's a diversity of um, when I went to Mike Wheeler's wedding, there's a diversity of artists. There's black people. There's all kinds of people. And so I wasn't surprised that there's tons of black people at his wedding because there's tons of African American musicians. So I'm not, racist in that particular regard. I realize there's a lot of great, amazing African American musicians. So this is a music community is a very diverse. It's a very I'm not saying it's always a harmonious community, but it is a very diverse and a very amazing community to be a part of. Spiritually speaking, and the community is massive, without a doubt. And so, as musicians, we might differ on our approach and our style and our goals, but I think the community is greatly united by the purpose. So that is kind of different. Um, yeah. So my mom's cousin Mike Wheeler went to Berkeley College of Music, and I've watched Berkeley music sessions from Boston, from Dami, Lewis Cole, and a lot of the newer artists that Rick Beato is talking about. Yeah, before Rick Beato was even talking about Dami, or doing the interview with Dami, I was already listening to Dami. It was the most, honestly, in the 2020s, Dami and Lewis Cole were some of the most exciting artists, of their generation, which I is it Generation Z? It might even be a little bit younger than that. Maybe it's Gen Z, Zoomer, but it's some of the most exciting music I've heard in a long time. So yeah, I mean, I had an issue with Dami on YouTube. I tried to play the Dami video with Lewis Cole. I got a hard copyright strike, and I was really almost pissed at Dami. I was really pissed. I was like, well, do you think, what a conceited bitch. Do you think you're fucking from the Eagles or something? Do you think you're fucking Peter Gabriel or from Genesis or something? Like, their copyright was so hard, the strike, that I thought to myself, like, you think you're a goddess of music or something? I thought, man, this girl is so stuck up. Like, I can't believe you didn't let me play Dami. You didn't let me play your music for people to hear and to expose them to your music. I was really pissed. But, I got the copyright strike, and then I didn't play any more Dami music ever again. And I won't. It's not because I hate Dami. I really love Dami. But, I mean, I love her music. It's not a sexual thing because it's a hot blonde, young, hot blonde girl. But her music is excellent. Lewis Cole. I like the whole, like, Know Her and all that group. But thing is, that copyright strike was so hard on my channel with Dami that yeah, I got pissed. I was like, who do you think you are, bitch? You think you're queen of the music universe? Like, suck my dick. Fuck you. I mean, it's awful. I didn't go to Ivy League schools. I didn't go to Denton College of Music in North Texas. I didn't go to Berkeley College of Music in Boston, like a lot of people do. If you want a music career, yeah. I believe in making music from the street. I don't believe in going to some fucking Berkeley College of Music. I don't believe in going to some fucking school to learn how to play music. I don't believe that you go to a fucking Ivy League fucking school to learn music. Now, I respect John Fogerty for going to Berkeley College of Music. I respect the people that went to Denton College of Music in North Dallas. Denton, Texas. I appreciate people that go to music schools. It's like I do appreciate people that are actors that went to Juilliard or whatever. But on the other hand, I don't fucking respect those people. because I think this institutionalization of fucking music and art is and art craft is shit as well. So on one hand, I think it's great. On the other hand, I think fuck them. So it's kind of like, kind of a difficult. It's like, well, do I love the Ivy League? I don't like the Ivy League at all. I don't like Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Stanford. I don't like any of that shit either. So it's just an anti-establishment kind of, idea that I have. But definitely. But I mean, I love CCR and John Fogerty, and those that went to Berklee College of Music. And my mom's cousin obviously is a relative, so obviously I naturally, I think, love my relatives, right? So I should love my own kin, I guess. Wink, wink. Yeah. Shouldn't I love my own kin? I guess I should, huh? I do. A lot, actually. Actually, I should. I do, actually. Love, actually. Yeah. So what's the basic in the guitar? Discipline, posture. Posture. Keep your back straight, your vertebrae. So we'll call this first lesson of guitar vertebrae. Sit up straight. You're sitting in a chair. You don't curve your back. You don't burn your back. You don't burn the back of your back. You don't burn your vertebrae when you're playing a musical instrument. Period. That's the first rule. And I promise we'll get into music after that. One of the funniest stories of my parents. Absolutely. My stepdad, Jimmy, my mother, Catherine. The funniest story they've ever told, the one that I laughed the hardest, the funniest shit they ever told me, is that they went to go see Eric Clapton concert. I've never been to an Eric Clapton concert. I've been to Peter Frampton. I've been to a David Bowie. I've been to a Rolling Stones. I've been to a Jethro Tull. I've been to a lot of different concerts. I've never ever been to an Eric Clapton concert, and maybe I'm thankful for that. I mean, because he got older when I was young, and they said my parents were like, we went to the Eric Clapton concert, and they said he didn't stand up; he just sat in the chair like a rocking chair, like an old man. And I thought, oh my god, that's so funny. He just sat in the chair the whole fucking 3 hours. And they're like, yeah, we were so pissed. We were so disappointed. I mean, Willie Nelson at like 80 years old, okay? Willie Nelson that produced my mom's cousin Mike Wheeler's jazz record. Like, if you go see Willie Nelson, he fucking stands up. Even if he's old as fuck, he stands up. That guy fucking gets off his ass. It's amazing. But to hear the story that Eric Clapton was sitting on his ass playing his hits, that made me laugh. Because Willie Nelson, old as shit, Eric Clapton. It got old as shit. But even when he was younger, he was still sitting on his ass. That made me laugh so hard that they paid all this money to see Eric Clapton. And he didn't even stand up once to play one song. He was in a rocking chair playing. Yeah. So that's one of the funniest stories my parents ever fucking told. Look about Eric Clapton sitting on his ass. All right, guitar. We got posture out of the way. What is the guitar? 6-string instrument. All right, it's got all these notes. Got all these 126 positions, 12 notes. Okay. What do we know about this alien thing that we're trying to study now? All right. Okay, a musical instrument has to be in tune. What is being in tune? Being in tune, being in key. Now, what that older ancient black lady was doing at the national anthem, that's called not being in tune. Okay, when that lady was like, ah, and the shit hurt your ears, that was and the light and the bright star. Okay, so that was called not being in tune. It means it hurts your ears because it's not pleasant, because it's not equalized. Okay, so what that black lady was doing at the national anthem, going, ah, and just killing your ears because it wasn't in tune. It wasn't that. That's what musicians mean by tune. It means is it pleasant to your ears, or is it focused, or is it like it hurts your ears? So what the African American elder lady was doing at that national anthem that's become so famous was hurting our ears. Now, as musicians, we don't want that to happen. We don't want people to sing the national anthem and for it not to sound good. That's bad. It doesn't matter if they're black or white or drunk or high. It doesn't matter what the deal is, or they're Hispanic or yellow or red. The problem is that it hurts our ears. And that's not good. So that's why they created musical tune. This is called being in tune. This is called tuning a guitar. So this is the next step to playing guitar. What do I use? I used to use a pitch pipe. Back in the day, I used a pitch pipe, or I used maybe a video online. I used to actually use a pitch pipe to get tuned for the 6 strings. Now they have Fender online guitar, so that's what I use mostly now. Back in the day, I used to get really medieval with the pitch pipe and all that. And now, try to get the guitar in tune. You want it in tune, which means there's equilibrium. Tonality, it means it's going to sound balanced. It's going to sound good. It's going to sound the way it's supposed to sound. All right, not like that lady going, ah, that's hurting your ears. No, this music is supposed to sound good. And if there's a reason why it doesn't sound that way, then there's got to be an artistic reason for that, because it's heavy metal or rage, dark metal or whatever. If this is just standard tuning. This is not alternative tuning. This is basic tuning. So most music is geared towards sounding pleasant. If it's aimed towards sounding unpleasant, then there's supposed to be a reason for it. Now, if it sounds unpleasant inadvertently, then that's not good, because most music is supposed to sound like heaven. It's supposed to tell a story. So most music is supposed to express a feeling or tell a story, or it's supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to sound excellent. So it has to be a really high degree of excellence. So it's not supposed to sound like it's someone sticking a knife in your ear, in your head. Okay, basically. So we'll go ahead and tune up. So that's the so this is the low E string. It sounds like it sounds like it's supposed to be that. Yeah, that sounds like the E string, the low E string. So we'll do the A string. All right. So follow along. So there's a sixth string and there's a fifth string. There's E, low E, and there's A. Okay, let's check it out. Does it sound like that? Yeah, it does actually. All right, let's do a D, low D. Does that sound good? You can use your, these are called tuning gears in the machine head. You can change that if you want to. Does it sound like the tone, or doesn't? That's it. To me, it kind of sounds. Now we're gonna do the G string. I'm gonna take off my pants. The G string. Take off your pants. No, I'm just playing. It's time for the G string, guys. We're starting with basic posture, tune, and then we'll go to chords after that. So yeah, do I agree with Henry Rollins' assessment of U2 that they suck? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Um, Growing up with the Irish rock band U2, especially with Brian Eno and the Flood, yeah, it's hard to admit that the U2 sucks. Yeah, it's really rough to admit that because that's all there was back then, you know. But all they had back then was three toothpaste too, so it's just it's really hard if that's all they have and that's all you have to work with. It was like, yeah, it's I can't say the whole band U2 sucks. It's not just because I'm Irish or part Irish. What really sucks about it is that you realize that they're kind of sellouts, kind of fucking fake motherfuckers, and it's hard to deal with when you grow up and you realize that, like Henry Rollins, Black Flag. Yeah, but you have to acknowledge the truth about U2, that they haven't had a fucking great song in like 50, 40 years. Yeah, that's when you have to just deal with it, deal with the facts. The facts suck, they hurt, but it needs to be said. So I agree with Henry Rollins' assessment of U2. Without Brian Eno and the Flood and the Edge, or the Flood and Brian Eno, they wouldn't be shit. And U2 subs, and it's hard for a 1980s, 1990s kid to admit that, but after you listen to the Police in the late 1970s, 1980s, you realize after listening to the Police how much U2 sucks, and it's awful. Yeah. So uh, um, now when Brian Eno could take a piece of shit and make it into a masterpiece. So Brian Eno turned U2, I would say Unforgettable Fire. I thought that was really, really excellent. So the one that me and my stepdad listened to on the way to Florida all the time was Octoon Baby. And yeah, with the flood, yeah. So um, after Unforgettable Fire and Octoon Baby, Rattle and Hum, I would say that uh, I bought Zooropa, and I really love Zoo TV and Zooropa Tour. I'm not going to say I don't love it. I like they weren't as experimental as the Beatles or Brian Eno, but I like that they're seemingly trying to experiment. After that, it sucked, but there is a soft place in my heart for Zeropa by YouTube. I know they sold out to the Bidens and the Obamas. I know they sold out to Satan, but there is a little soft spot in my heart for when they tried, you know, when they tried. And there's a little, when somebody tries, you feel that little soft spot in your heart. And that's the way I feel about you too. So when they hit, they really hit. They knocked it out of the park. Most of their shit sucks. It's lumbering on. So, anyways, time for G string. As a part Irish guy, it's hard to disrespect Joe Biden. Well, it's easy to disrespect Joe Biden. It's hard to disrespect you too. It's hard to disrespect Irish brethren that have sold out to the global system. It's hard to diss them, but it's like they deserve to get dissed because they sold out to a global elite robot satanic system, and it's really upsetting, you know. So true Irish don't fucking sell out, but these Irish are fucking global sellouts. That's what pisses me off about Irish people that sell their souls. It's like it's not for fucking sale, folks. So it just pisses me off. That's why I don't really respect Irish musicians like U2 that much anymore. There's so much like sucking Joe Biden and Obama's cock. Like I can't handle it. They're such fucking globally fucking sellouts. It's like these guys pretending to be rebels just sold out to a fucking system. Fuck that shit. And so that's why I'm mostly kind of admire who was born May 21st, like me, Gautier from Belgium and Australia, and also May 21st, also, that was born on my day, Kevin Shields from the Irish band My Bloody Valentine, shoegaze. And so, yeah, I don't really appreciate these sellout people. It's really it's really disturbing, to be honest. Like when I was a kid, I thought, oh, U2, the Irish rock band, is like rebellion against the system and they're for the people. And then when I grew up, they're just like selling out people and selling out to the globalists and selling their souls to Satan. It's just fucking disgraceful, folks. It's really bad. I mean, it's like the band that I believed in my whole life, not just because I was part Irish, but it's just fucking it's a fucking disgrace. It's a fucking calamity. And fuck you too. I don't care. But I used to be a big fan. Yeah, fuck you too. Suck. Yeah. We'll go back to G string. Good. B string. And so we go to high E. So now we're to high E. So now we have a guitar in tune. So this is the tune. All right. So we have our guitar in tune. What's this? Do, 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 do. So it's 6 strings. So it's low to high. Got it? Okay, good. All right, chord shapes. Is there a problem? Yeah, the chord shapes are all different. They're like Pokemon. They're like characters in a language. I know. That's now we get into more difficult part. All right. Explanation for chords. So there's different variations for explanations of chords. So what? First of all, we have to explain what is a chord in music. A chord is defined in music as 3 or more notes. So to make a chord, you at least have 3 notes positions together. All right, on a fret or a scale or whatever. So to have a chord, you have to have at least 3. So we'll demonstrate that today while we drink our beer. Get fucked up. All right, here we go. We're drunk. All right. How many chords are there? What scale is called the major scale? Major chords, minor chords, 7th chords, 6th chords, minor chords, 5th chords. There's lots of chords. All right, let's just keep it basic chords. Let's stick with major scale, major. All right, just usual chords that are not unusual. All right, here we go. I don't know if it helps to do it like that or like this. Gotta go. Let's go. E major. But E major. We ought to do it more through example because if you're a music fan, maybe like John Lennon, Stanley. That's his mother, right? His dad's called, my family's called Stanley from England, right? And his father's called Lennon, right? So I come from the Stanley family, not just the Wheelers. My father's side of the family is the Stanleys. Stanleys come from England. So the Stanleys are the mother of John Lennon. Follow? His fathers are called the Lennons, Lennon. So, just for context. So here's a chord, it's called E major. So that's E major right there. Here's D major. Here's A major. So every chord is 3 notes. They put together either on a piano or a guitar or whatever instrument. So every chord is defined by 3 or more notes. You can have extra notes, 4th or 5th or 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, but a chord is defined by 3 notes, period. So you can't have it. So what Beatles song uses major simple chords? A lot of them. Actually, a John Lennon classic called Polythene Pan has E major, A major, D. Yeah, it was my stepdad Rick when I was a kid, like fourth grade or something, and he had a daughter from a different marriage. Her name was Tara, and I didn't know how to say when I was you know second or third grade. Her name was Tara, and so I called her Pam because it was easier for me to call her Pam. So I'd draw pictures when I was in class about Pam, and but her name was Tara, not Pam. It just when I was younger, it was easier to write Pam. Have you seen Polythene Pam? She's so good looking, but she looks like a man. She's a kind of a girl that makes the news of the world. Have you seen Polythene Pam? So this is a John Lennon song. Have you seen Polythene Pam? She's good looking, but she looks like a man. She's the kind of a girl that makes the news of the world. Have you seen Polythene Pam? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So these are actually it's like a three-chord song. It's really not that complex. It's part of the Abbey Road Beatles medley. It's called Polythene Pam, but it's really memorable because it's excellent. All right. So this one says it's not a D, A, G, B7, and C. All right, that's fine. We can do all those chords together. All right. So chords are about shapes. So shapes. Yeah. All right. So I think it's only three chords. It's really like five or six. You know. So I don't know, but when I was young, I listened to Abbey Road. I listened to the Beatles melody. I felt such a peace. Maybe that's the way the music's supposed to do, but man, nobody feels peace today like that. Just ultimate happiness, like really peace. You know, they don't really feel a conclusion. They feel like they got robbed out of their conclusion. I think when I was younger, I felt like people thought there was a definitive conclusion, and but now who knows what it is. And so that's exciting for some, but it's also scary for others. But the Beatles kind of gave you a feeling like there's a definitive conclusion. I always like that about the Beatles is that like every time I listen to a Beatles record from the beginning to the end, I always feel like, man, I always feel really satisfied, like I can sleep at night, you know. So in a way, I can't sleep at night as much because of the AI and the robots and the wars. I can't sleep as well as I used to sleep in this world. And when I listened to a Beatles record, I always felt like I could go to sleep and I felt good about being myself and everything. Like I felt fantastic. I don't feel that way anymore. I guess I miss that. Oh yeah, I got it. Well, no, I turned it on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit.
After
Okay.
almost 50 years.
That's wild, dude. All right, so we got the.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh shit.
There's
It's number
lots of good
25.
shit that was good long time ago.
Yeah.
And they can't top it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac Rimmers. Yeah.
The only bad thing is what's her name is dead.
Oh, Christine McVie. Yeah.
That's what's sad.
Yeah. Really.
But anyway, I heard it on the radio today.
Yeah.
They hope they're going to do something for the 50th anniversary.
Oh shit.
And they're still number 25 on the Billboard.
Damn.
Of the top
That's wild.
albums.
Woo. Yeah, I love you. Thanks.
After almost 50 years.
Yeah, that's badass. Wow. My mom was telling me that Fleetwood Mac was still on the Billboard charts, number 25 after 50 years. Yeah, it is really crazy, actually. How many times have I seen Fleetwood Mac? I saw him 2004, incredible experience. I saw him with my music shop owner friend. I think it was like 2012. So I seen it twice. Yeah. One was without Christine McVie, and one was before Christine McVie died. Yeah. Yeah, some people would make fun of me for listening to Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. some rockers would make fun of me because they listen to the church, they listen to Jesus and Mary Chain, they listen to hipper shit. How did I feel when people were disrespecting me for listening to Fleetwood Mac? I kind of thought, go fuck yourself. I wasn't very friendly to that. People dissing Fleetwood Mac. I was not very copacetic with that. Yeah. So the guys that thought they were cool listening to some other band, other bands than Fleetwood Mac, and they thought I was square for listening to Fleetwood Mac, I'd always be like, you're a fucking douchebag. Go fuck yourself. You're going to be dead and buried, and Fleetwood Mac music's going to be playing at your fucking funeral, bitch. Like, you're not fucking holier than thou. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, these guys would be like, oh, you listen to Fleetwood Mac. It would be like the same guys in high school when I watch Star Trek. I wear Star Trek shirts, and they're like, you're such a nerd. Listen, watching Star Trek. Fuck you. Like, fuck those people. Fuck you if you don't like Fleetwood Mac. Fuck you if you don't like Star Trek. Fuck you if you don't like fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Fuck you if you don't like Nine Inch Nails. Fuck you if you don't like fucking what I like. Go fuck yourself, bitch. What the fuck I care? You know? Go fucking your shit. Stick your dick up your own asshole, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Fuck yourself. What? Am I supposed to be born to please you and listen and do whatever you want to do? Go fuck your shit. Stick your dick, get your wiener, and stick it up your butthole and feel it. You know what I'm saying? Get your wiener hole and get it up your butthole and stick that shit up your poop hole and see how it feels. All right, go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. Really? I like what I like. I love Lindsey Buckingham. I love Fleetwood Mac. I love Stevie Nicks. I love you, the Eurythmics. You want to make fun of me for that? Go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. I'm not like, oh, you're a Fleetwood Mac listener. Oh, you're such a bad music guy. Fuck. Like, go fuck you. Fuck you, man. What? Give me a fucking break, bro. What the fuck? What fucking universe are you listening to, dog? Eat my shit. Fuck a dick. Fuck you, man. Really? That's lame, man. Motherfuck, fuck, motherfuck. What the fuck? Listen, this is some bullshit. All right, so we get back into the music section. All right, so we got different chords. Pauline Pan, but the Beatles. So you want to learn guitar chords. How to say fuck you to the fucking anti Fleetwood Mac, anti Nine Inch Nails people. All right. If you want to give a middle fucking finger to the people that don't like Lindsey Buckingham, Adrian Belew, and Trent Reznor, and David Bowie, if you want to give a middle finger to those fuckers, now listen to these chords. These are basic chords. This is what you need to know. If you want to give a middle finger for the fuckers that don't listen to the Beatles and John Lennon and Paul McCartney and George Harrison and fucking Ringo Starr, and listen to this. Fuck those people. Fuck them in the butt, crack hole. I don't give a shit. Bullshit. The camera kind of tapped out, no? Getting it down. Some people are like, how's your teeth so good? I brush on them regularly. and I use decay preventative dentifrice. You know, that's what I do. So I'm not a dentist. Oh yeah, I went to a lot of dentists when I, you know what? Dentistry. Yeah, yeah. Well, people are not. Okay, here's what's up. People are not equating dental health with mental health and heart health. That's the problem because all aspects of health are all interconnected. So what's going on? If you don't brush your teeth, you have a bad heart. Okay. If you keep your health, if you brush your teeth a lot, if you keep your teeth clean, you have nice eyes, you have a nice heart. Okay. So all aspects of health are uh, interconnected with hygiene. This is true. I'm not making this shit up. Look, I brush my teeth. It's not just, I don't have OCD. A lot of my people in my family have OCD, but I believe in dental health and hygiene because I believe that leads to eye health and heart health and all kinds of health. It's just self love. If you don't do it or try to do it, then your health is going to be fucked up. That's true. So I think we got that out of the way about how I feel about dentistry, dog. Dentistry, dog. That's why I don't have cavities, dog, because I always, yeah, you got to get your dental health in check, dog. What the fuck? Dentistry, dog. What? You got to get hygiene. Yeah. Don't say hi to Gene, but you got to get your shit. Look, guys, you don't have your dental hygiene. If you don't have dental hygienic, this is going to be a problem. Okay? Health wise, all across the board. Period. You need to start at the smile. Okay? Not because you're a fucking joker or a psychopath. You need to start there because it needs to be done. And here we go. Where we're at. Ready for a polythene pan? Some people are like, well, okay, guitar is like anything else. Guitar is a metaphor for anything in life. So what happens is you're like, man, I wish I could play guitar. Okay. So somebody says, man, I wish I could play guitar. And then they try to play guitar. They're like, it's too hard. Some guys might be like, oh man, I wish I could make some money. Like, yeah, it's hard to make money. Ugh. All right. Some guys might say, man, I wish I could get some pussy. Oh, it's hard to get pussy. I'd give up. It's hard to get. Is it hard to get pussy? Not really. Is it hard to learn the guitar? Not really. Is it hard to make money? No. We make it hard in our own minds. It's easy to make money. It's easy to get pussy. It's easy to play guitar. You know what happens? People just, this is a psychological thing. They say, it's too hard. I can't climb. I can't climb Mount Everest because it's too hard. I can't do it because I don't believe I can do it. Boom. And if you wanted to get that blonde with the big tits naked, you could do it right now. If you wanted to make money, you could do it right now or tomorrow. If you wanted to learn guitar, you could do it today. It's not hard. But knowing that it's not hard is hard. Yeah. Now, knowing that you have that power, knowing that you can do whatever, now that is the hard part, isn't it? Now, a lot of guys are like, "Oh, that blonde girl with the big tits. I can't have that." You can have that in a second. All you have to do is try. All you have to do is walk up to her. That's it. You have blonde pussy every night, but you don't believe you could do it. It's not possible. So people are like, "Oh, I can't play guitar, so I'm gonna drop out of guitar class." You can play guitar if you tried. Yeah. But you could have whatever you wanted. You just don't believe that you could. That's the problem. Now, I had a lot of childhood trauma. That's why I didn't believe in myself. I had a lot of bad childhood trauma, but I'm better now. I realize I can do whatever I want. And when I was younger, I thought, well, I had a lot of childhood trauma. I can't do stuff. I can't do anything. But now I realize I can do whatever. That's liberating. And so that's still the wall that a lot of people are stuck in. They don't believe that they can get beyond their barriers. They believe they're stuck. They can't progress. That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's a hard place from there to here and beyond. Yeah, of course that's difficult. You know, I love Tony Robbins and self-help people, but at the end of the day, who's going to help you? Tony Robbins or yourself? At the end of when you're in your darkest, dankest hole, who's going to help you? Tony Robbins, personal power, or you? You. So that's who's going to be your powerful, or God, or Jesus. Somebody's going to pull you out, but it's not going to be Tony Robbins. It's not going to be Tom Cruise. It's going to be you. Okay. So you know that's just what it is at the end of the day. And I even went higher than my desires. I thought, you don't really want Rose, do you? But you're in love with the idea of Rose. I was like, I thought about it deeper. I don't really want Rose. I kind of do, but I'm more in love with the idea of Rose. I don't really want Rose. So my whole life I've been loving Rose, but I don't want Rose. I really don't want any of it. I just fool myself into believing that I do. I guess that's the hardest part. The illusion that I want this. The hard part. Now, it's not that I'm not Jack and I don't want Rose. That's not true. But it's an illusion that I do. I fool myself in that this is my life's journey. This is my life's quest. That I'm Jack and I want Rose in the Titanic. And I fool myself my whole life that that's what I want. But I do, but I don't. I guess that's the, particular conundrum. Is that I am Jack on the Titanic and I do want Rose, but I, I never knew how to do that. So I'm eternally locked in the struggle in the eternium. I know what it is, but I don't know why it is. That's why I struggle through it. I'll tell you reality of music and pop music. I was sexually abused as a child, but I never, ever believed, never believed, ever, ever that Michael Jackson abused little kids. Ever. God damn it, I never did. Ever. I don't care how much the media said that he abused little kids. I never, ever believed it. As a child abuse victim myself, I never believed that guy. I never believed my hero, Michael Jackson, was a sexual child molester. I never believed that. Not ever. Not one fucking day. Ever. So, um, I just refuse to believe he abused children. I just refuse. I'm not the only one. I'm not Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. I just don't believe this guy is evil. I don't believe he raped children. I don't believe he molested children. He's not fucking Jeffrey Epstein. I don't believe it. I'll never fucking believe it. I'll go to my grave not fucking believing it. It's bullshit. So it's not that I've been a Michael Jackson fan, a Beatles fan, or a Macaulay Culkin fan my whole life. The deal is, I can't believe it. There's no universe where I believe that Michael Jackson raped and molested little kids. There is no fucking goddamn way. I don't care how the fake, corrupt media fucking spun this. There's no fucking goddamn way. My Michael Jackson is a child abuser molester. No fucking goddamn way in any fucking universe that that is true. This is serious. This is my man Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. This is the history of music. Everything's at stake here. I'm not fucking gonna take the bait. You know, this guy had a fucked up childhood. Oh yeah, and his adulthood was messed up. You know, but he didn't fucking rape kids. God damn it, he didn't do that. You know, not Macaulay Culkin. I'm not a Jackson family member. I just know this guy never fucking raped a kid. He never molested a kid in his whole life. He was the childhood victim. Michael Jackson was the victim, not the people and the kids he tried to help. That's the truth. So I want to say one thing. Michael Jackson is a legend. He's not a child rapist or a child molester. He's a victim of child abuse. That's it. Period. So Pauline Pan by John Lennon by the Beatles. Here we go. What are the chords? D, A, E, G, B, 7, C. Let's do that. Oh, I guess some people were worried about me. I'm a Rain Man, an X-Man, a savant. Don't ever worry about me. Maybe so. I always got tabs on everything. Don't ever worry. For Rain Man, I'm always raining. So you're worried about how am I gonna make money? Well, just remember how to make fucking money. Yo,
I'm sorry, I need some help.
okay, how's it? What? What's on you?
No. Besides that,
Yeah.
two little,
It's okay. All right, Lud. All right, Lud, you're not. What?
It's not coming up YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Oh, oh. What?
Like saying, what's new? It's not happening.
All right, get it. Good. No. Yeah, I got it. I got it. All right. All right. I did. Fine. All right. No, no, no. Well. Do. Ah, get some beer. Whew. All right. Ronald Reagan. And I'm ready to get them at the same time. My mother is the same temptation.
Your question. Your question.
Yeah, bring this woman sick. They're people. not random effects. Yeah, that's good. All right. So psychologically thinking, that's really impressive, dude. Yeah.
Bam.
I know. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. That is extremely good. Yeah, that's. Yeah, that is extremely good. Yeah. And Scott really is. You know, that's really funny. Mike Wheeler's music. Hmm. You know what's really interesting about Mike Wheeler music? Yeah.